Hey YouTube, how's it going? This is Gamester81 and welcome to another episode. Today we're going to take a closer look at a new Halo game, and I'm not talking about Halo Reach. In fact, I'm talking about a new Halo game for the Atari 2600, and it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. It's called Halo 2600, appropriately named. I was really lucky to pick up one of these cards at the Classic Gaming Expo in Vegas when I was there in late July. In fact, I'm not quite sure how many of these cards were released, but I want to say it's around 100, so there's a huge demand for these. I looked on auction sites to see if anyone's selling any, and I haven't even seen any for sale. So there's a huge demand for these. I've heard they're hot item for sure. So let's take a closer look at the card itself, the artwork on it, and then we'll take a closer look at the gameplay. Thanks for watching, guys. Before I show you the gameplay of this game, I just want to show you the card itself. This is Halo 2600. Really nicely done. This was done through Atari Age actually, and it was programmed by Eddie Fries, who I'll explain here in a little bit who he is, but his name's right there. And the artwork is awesome. You got Master Chief here, and the Halo, obviously the logo really matches the other Halo games, but a really fun game. So let's check out the gameplay. Thanks. Love the intro music to this game. That was epic for sure for a 2600 game. Here it is, Halo 2600. I have to pick up the game to start. This game came out in July 2010. It was programmed by Ed Fries. He was actually the former vice president at Microsoft for gaming, and he was one of the main guys behind the whole Xbox, the original Xbox when it came out. He had recently read a book called Racing the Beam, which kind of inspired him, and basically that book talks about programming for the Atari 2600. And it inspired him to create a game, a new homebrew for the system, and he decided, you know what, let's do a Halo game. I'm surprised he got away with it, to be honest with you, as far as copyright reasons go, but I think he got the consent of Bungie to do this. Now I got the key, as you can see, that wall before it was flashing, now it's clear, so we're good to go. Here we are in the enemy's base. I'm not quite sure what those are. Those are like power generators. Either way, if you run into them, you die, so it's best to avoid them. The controls in this game are very difficult, to be honest with you, because you can only go left, right, up, down. You can't move diagonally like the enemies can. And you can only fire straight ahead of you. You can't fire below you, behind you, above you, diagonally, or anything like that. So the enemies can, though, as you can see here. And so it's really important that you use strategy and position yourself in the right way where you can hit the characters and not miss them. Another thing is, when you fire, you can only fire one bullet at a time. If a bullet misses the enemy, you have to wait until that bullet clears the screen like that, okay, until you hit the enemy fire again, so you can get in trouble like I just did there. So make sure you're on target with the enemy. Otherwise, you got to wait a couple of seconds. Now there are different guns you can collect throughout the game, and the bullets will make go faster and all that good stuff. So let's veer here to the right and see what's over here. Now there are 64 screens in this game. Okay, there's 4 kilobytes of memory, so I think for what they did, for the space they had available, I think I did a great job of programming this game. Here is a gun upgrade, and a much needed, to be honest with you. Now there's also shields. You see I got a shield a while ago, and I was blinking. Now a shield will give you an extra hit. Now it's unlike other Halo games. If you get hit, you're dead. You got 3 characters, I should say, and once you're done with your 3 lives, you're done. So I need a shield. I don't have a shield right now. If I had a shield, I'd be blinking, so that's why it's really important to kill all the characters on the screen, because every once in a while they'll drop shields, and sometimes they'll drop keys and all that good stuff too. There's a shield in the one. You can see how much I'm firing so much faster now. I'm good to go. So it's really a good strategy. Collect as many shields as you can. Now if I had a shield and I collect another shield, I don't get 2 hits, unfortunately, just 1 shield. So that's kind of a bummer. There are 3 basic enemies in this game. You can see the 2 here, and there's another enemy you can collect. And there's also the boss that you have to battle as well at the very end of the game. It's very challenging. I'm not going to spoil it for you. You have to play the game to see the boss. But if you're interested in playing this game and you can't seem to find a card, there's another enemy I just destroyed. There's actually, you can go to the www.halo2600.com and play a very accurate flash version of this game on your computer. You can also download an emulator, I'm sure, as well. If you just search for it on emulators, it will be there. But as for collecting purposes, it's nice to have the cartridges because it's fairly rare and it's hard to find. But it's Halo2600.com, so check it out. It's really nice that it's available on there. This game was also advertised to Atari Age as well, and it's a great website. If you don't know what Atari Age, what site that is, kind of a lot of homebrews on there, and it's great forums for talk about Atari 2600 games. Definitely want to refer you guys to that. As you can see, this wall is blinking, so that means I need a key, which I don't have. Let's grab a shield. And unfortunately, I have to go back and grab the key. So again, that's why it's important if you make a wrong turn, you kind of have to backtrack, and so there's a lot of strategy involved in that. Alright, so here we are, backtracking and killing the enemies and stuff, but it's much easier with a faster gun. This gameplay reminds me a lot like the original Adventure for 2600, which is a great game. If you have a 2600, definitely pick that game up as well. This gameplay kind of reminds me of that. Here we are, like this ice cave. We got these igloos here, and as you can see, I'm sliding, which makes them much more difficult. So, kind of interesting, creative how they did that, how they programmed that into the game. Definitely moving, firing while you're moving, so it makes it a little bit more tricky. And here's the key that we need, so now I gotta go back to the wall and see what's beyond that. But anyway, this is pretty much it. This is Halo 2600 in a nutshell. Thanks for watching, guys. Guys, thank you for watching, and before I let you go, I want to say two special thank yous to some fellow YouTubers who sent me some items, and guys, totally do not need to do that. I really appreciate it, and I just wanted to thank them in this video. First one is Ty. He's got a channel, Ty K. Laurie. He reviews arcades and how to fix them and stuff like that, so check out his channel. Really cool guy. He sent me this awesome Action Max VHS cassette game. It's Sonic Fury. He saw my review of the Action Max. He said I didn't have this, so thank you, Ty, for saying that. I really, really appreciate that. Also, good friend, Vintage Video Game Geek. Him and I have known each other since we started here, both of us on YouTube. And he sent me, he was away on vacation for a while, and he found while he was away this really cool pouch. It holds games, and it says Gamester on it, which is really cool. So, thank you, Vintage Video Game Geek, for saying that. So I'll put both links below. I'll see you guys in a little while. I'll have another video posted here shortly. Thanks for watching.